Episode 9 is set to introduce many different pieces of Jedi and Sith lore in this story by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio in order to move the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren forward in the movie. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of people, including myself, am really looking forward to seeing in this movie has all to do with the Jedi and Sith lore that is going to be used in order to really evolve the characters of Kylo and Rey. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Rey, the Lost City, and the name of a new Sith Lord that is set to be introduced into the Disney canon. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing is that a description of Rey on a quest inside of the Lost City, where it's described that she is entering the Sith runes, to where it's on a journey to learn about the legacy of the Jedi and the Sith to keep historical accuracy. The next goes over Rey coming across an ancient artifact that is said to be a kyber crystal necklace of a Sith crusader. It's described that the Sith Lord went by the name of Darth Sica, spelled S-I-C-A, and was one of the Sith Lords that traveled to the Beyond and never returned. It's described that Rey comes across a large structure that is said to be the memorial of Darth Sica, where there is writing of ancient writing etched into the structure, revealing the story of Darth Sica and his return to the Beyond. It's described that Rey uses a book in her hand to translate the ancient texts in the Sith runes. It's said that Darth Sica existed thousands of years before the Galactic Empire, and was a Sith directly responsible for the demise of Nile Ren. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this, and what's so great about Disney so far is that at the very least, they are really attempting to make a lot of new Sith Lords canon into the Star Wars universe. We actually talked about one, I would say 6 months ago, about the character of Darth Atreus. You guys may or may not recall that. That character actually has 2 crossguard lightsabers. So, with this actual character, Darth Sica, being placed within the Lost City and Rey learning more about the character through this actual memorial, this structure that has a lot of ancient text etched into the actual structure itself. Now, do keep in mind that this is not a statue of course, Darth Sica, but this is a memorial of the character, so he must have been a very prominent figure, you know, thousands of years before the Galactic Empire and its rule of the galaxy. So what's really interesting about this Darth, right, this Sith Lord, is that he does have a connection to Nile Ren. Now, by the way, in case you guys haven't been following, Nile Ren is actually said to be the master of Supreme Leader Snoke, and we will be learning a whole lot more about him in Episode 9 through some of the Sith lore. Now, what do I take from all of this when it comes to the Jedi and the Sith lore and the reason behind it all? Guys, I'm going to be very honest with you. I really do think that this is JJ's segue of really introducing of what's to come in the new Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. There's a lot of talk right now that their movies are indeed going to be set within the Old Republic, you know, giving us new Sith Lords and new Jedi. Now, this is the perfect way in order to transition into, of course, the Old Republic era. So, Nile Ren, you know, Darth Sica, all of these different, you know, Sith Lords and Jedi that we have been learning about by, of course, their legacy, of course, in the Lost City, I believe is going to be JJ's way of lightly and loosely connecting this movie to the new trilogy, in which there will be ways that JJ will tie it to the new trilogy, in case you guys did not know. So the other thing that I do want to go over is that it's described that Darth Sica actually traveled to the Beyond and never returned, and is directly responsible for the demise of course, Nile Ren. So I don't know about you guys, but this whole entire dynamic of Darth Sica and Nile Ren, it really does make one wonder why Nile Ren did not have the name of Darth, why he wasn't called Darth Ren or Darth Nile. I'm starting to wonder exactly why. You know, since Nile Ren was a Sith, why he wasn't actually referred to as, of course, you know, Darth Ren or something like that. So, anyways, what I find very interesting about this Sith name is that I'm really not quite sure what the meaning of Sica really is. Like I say, it's spelled S-I-C-A, and Rey is actually holding a book within the Lost City in order to translate the ancient texts that are actually written on the memorial itself of Darth Sica within the actual Sith runes. Guys, I gotta tell you, I am very excited about the Sith lore, the Jedi lore, and exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to expand off of all of this in Episode 9 and where it's going to lead us. Like I say, and like I just said a couple of minutes ago, I believe that this is all going to tie into the new Star Wars trilogy, and that's why we are learning about these new characters lightly in the final Skywalker Saga movie. So what do you guys think about this Darth Sica character and how he traveled to the Beyond and never returned? Could it very well be possible that maybe the new villain in the film is indeed going to be this character returning from the Beyond, thousands of years, after the events of when he traveled there? Who knows? Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Mm-hmm.